The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus went down to Capernaum, a town of Galilee. He taught them on the Sabbath, and they were astonished at his teaching because he spoke with authority. In the synagogue there was a man with the spirit of an unclean demon, and he cried out in a loud voice, "Ha! What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." Jesus rebuked him and said, "Be quiet. Come out of him." Then the demon threw the man down in front of them and came out of him without doing him any harm. They were all amazed and said to one another, "What is there about his word? For with authority and power he commands the unclean spirits, and they come out." And the news of him spread everywhere in the surrounding region. The Gospel of the Lord. Once there was a group of teens who were boisterously laughing with each other, and naturally, spontaneously, they were talking about something, a topic which they really enjoyed so very much. They shared with each other all the laughters, the scenes, and described the happening that they have shared and they have observed. And suddenly, there was a certain sister, a nun, a principal of the school, who happened to pass by and made a stopover on that small gathering. Immediately, the reaction of the teens, the group who were sharing joyfully with each other, was to keep silent and stop talking with each other. And they bowed before the sister and greeted her. The sister was so astonished also why they stopped talking. And one of them said, "Sister, forgive us. Because you are here now, we better keep silent and change the topic because we are talking about worldly things. Because of your presence, sister, the environment has changed." Maybe this is something very negative sometimes when people talk about worldly things, but in the midst of some religious, they change the topic. However, this experience, my dear friends, would tell us that really, even in the midst of the religious, in the midst of a sister or a priest or whoever, a person of authority, especially in the field of spirituality, when he comes or she comes, the atmosphere will always change. And that atmosphere becomes the atmosphere of the presence of the Lord. Whether we like it or not, even among the religious, even among people of integrity, even among people of good example, they really make a word themselves. Even if they do not speak, even if they do not say a word, even if they do not say anything, their presence is already an authority. How much more before Jesus, in front of a person who, with an unclean spirit, with an unclean demon, was suffering for some years. That's why when Jesus came, his reaction was that, "Have you come to destroy us? What have you to do, Jesus of Nazareth? What have you to do with us? Are you going to destroy us?" But Jesus said to him, Be quiet, just relax, take it easy, my dear friend. Come out of the man. He commanded the evil spirit, and then the demon threw the man down in front of them and came out of him without doing him any harm. In which the audience of Jesus said to one another, he taught with authority. What are in his words that make him very authoritative? My dear friends, authority is not asked for. We don't ask for authority. We don't work for it. We don't run for it. It is lived by those persons of integrity. Because Jesus was a man of integrity. Jesus was a man of example. Jesus was a man who really follows the will of the Lord and puts His word into practice. That's why He spoke with authority. Sometimes we feel like we are like the demon himself. Because of our sinfulness, because of our worldliness, because of our iniquities, because of the sins that we have committed, we feel sometimes even in front of the religious, in front of a sacred place, in front of people whom we regard as people of integrity, sometimes we cannot but be quiet ourselves. We cannot even say anything. We don't even know how to react because we know well that deep within us, we are a sinful man. That's why, my dear friends, it is only in one who is of integrity, in one who is of good example, that authority comes out. Whenever we have done something wrong, we become like this possessed person who cannot say anything at all but be quiet himself. And so, my dear friends, as we reflect today the gospel about the cure of the demoniac, let us ask ourselves, who are we as a person? Are we more of the person possessed by a demon because of our sinfulness? Or are we more like of Jesus, whose presence changes the atmosphere, whose presence brings about sacredness, brings about a reminder of His very own presence? Let us pray before the Father that we may more become like Jesus Himself every day, so that our presence, even if we do not speak at all, will already become an authority before others.